I am here with my colleague and Pathfinder, Rachel Madar. How are you, Rachel?
I'm wonderful. Thank you, Wendy. It has been a wonderful week full of great conversations with so many people. And it's exciting to see the progress and that people coming back to life, as I say, like socializing a little bit more. Things are picking up in their business, in their life. It's giving us more hope, and it's exciting.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I really couldn't. Pathfinder One is an organization that it works with businesses, executives to help coach them through their growth desires, their objectives, their challenges. But we do it with a little bit of a spiritual twist because we believe infusing spiritual thinking and spiritual concepts into business really impacts in an amazing way the bottom line. And Pathfinder Mastermind is a place where we get to talk about those experiences that we have, those conversations that we have with executives, and to share with you some of the concepts and some of the tools that we're working with. So thank you again for joining us. We're always excited to be here to share with you. So today, what we wanted to do, last time we met, we talked about a service that I specifically provide called the 3 Pillars. Rachel provides an amazing service called Soul's Compass. And I wanted to explore that a little bit today because people kind of go, what's Soul's Compass? I've never heard about it. It's like some kind of tool, technique. So we wanted to share a little bit about what Soul's Compass is. And I have to say, I'm going to let Rachel explain it in a minute. But I have to say, having been the recipient of this service, I will tell you it is fascinating. And the things that it unlocks, I think for me, personally, I can tell you was ginormous. It really shifted. In fact, it was somewhat instrumental in me having the confidence to go out and be a coach one-on-one because of some of the things that Rachel revealed about myself. So Rachel, why don't you start and tell us a little bit about what Soul's Compass is, and I'll jump in and ask a few questions along the way.
Great. Thank you, Wendy. Soul's Compass, I chose this word, actually, those two words, compass, that each one of us has our inner compass inside, like that direct our soul, directing our life based on what we are here and came here to do in this world. And a lot of people that we're speaking with, and as we know, we're all asking ourselves in one point or another, depends on what are the challenges that we go through life, or what is the situation we have in our life that bring that question. So why am I here in this world? What is that I'm doing? What is this that's happening to me? Like all those questions, if things are not going our way. And what I'm using basically to direct the individual is to find his own light in the path. He or she is light in the path of life, to reveal more of their diamond within. And what I'm using in a spiritual sense are 22 symbols that are known as the 22 Hebrew alphabet. Each of the letters of the Hebrew alphabet is more than a symbol. It has a certain frequency to each of the letters. And when they come together and they're combined, they're being assembled together into different combinations, they vibrate certain energy.
Wait, before you go there, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Before you go there? No, I just want to say, I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding about when we talk about in a spiritual way using letters that are, associated with a certain language, right?
Right.
So I thought it was worth stopping and just saying very quickly, Hebrew letters, and if you trace Hebrew letters back, it's actually Aramaic letters, which go back thousands of years, along the same time as you might hear about Sanskrit, Sanskrit letters. There are ancient languages and letters that are across many modalities.
It's true.
So I just thought I'd point it out because I think sometimes people don't understand what they're dealing with, and there's a context that they put it in that is actually in what we're talking about totally irrelevant, right?
It's true. You're absolutely right. This particular letters, this is why I use them as I started in saying that they are symbols. But it's not what it like it is what it's about or not, because it's and to understand that, you know, we all have certain blockages. We all have certain blockages that they caused due to certain belief systems, fears that we have, a certain lack that we have in our life, that that we are stuck. We don't know how to move forward, what to do. Things are repeated in our life in a certain way that it's like kept repeating not to our advantage, not to our benefits. It doesn't make us happy. It's actually blocking us from any joy and fulfillment from our life. So basically what I do is based on the person's birthday, we're identifying the combination that correspond with a person's birthday, the combinations of the letters that associate with the person's birthday, and I'm in that session. I'm revealing to the person his attributes, his tendencies that needs to be removed in order to reveal the gifts, different characteristics. Sometimes in the session comes up different things that that the person went through in his life. For example, different things that maybe occur when he was 16. She were maybe 7 years old. Situation that not necessarily were traumatic, but as things that a person like witnessed in his life that created a blockage, that created a certain thought that developed into a belief system. Okay, like let's say the person heard the parents speaking about arguing about money when the person was a child, and the parents are arguing about money. There isn't enough money. There's not enough money to pay, and so forth. So automatic. It's not traumatic, but the individual hear this conversation, especially as a child. It's locked in our mind that a whole concept of belief system, what we feel about money in our life, and then it's like developing and evolving into a certain blockage that blocking us from abundance. Okay, or if we were in high school and maybe we were bullied in high school, and whether we how we reacted that in that time or not cause a certain blockage. So those blockages I'm talking about, those fears that we mentioned in even in our previous conversation together about like different belief systems that we mentioned about business and so forth. It's separating us from having a fulfilled life in every area in our life, in our relationship with people, with our relationship in our family, with a relationship romantic, in the way we approach business, and mainly how we love and respect ourselves, how we accept in ourselves. So what I do in the session is revealing as much as possible regarding those certain belief systems, and giving practical tools to switch them. And I think mainly when we are having the knowledge of what the cause of this outcome, what the cause of the reality that I live here in, it gives us some sort of an inner peace and tranquility, because we have an answer, and not just an answer, also ways of how we can go about and overcome it. But the whole session is really about going deep, though. It's deep, connecting and conversation with our soul.
So let me ask this question, because people might visit our website and see I do astrology and you do the soul's compass and I do the 3 pillars. And I think it's worth talking about, because this is something that you and I needed to kind of understand, is how does it all fit together? So what is different about a soul's compass session versus, say, a 3 pillars session, or knowing your astrology makeup, like astrological makeup? What's the difference?
I see that all of them are pathways to transformation.
Okay.
All of them are pathways to transformation, and we combining them together to bring a different angle of what the person is going through. And many that went through already all those sessions with us will see that it's all actually supporting one another.
Mm-hmm.
And we come in like I see us like coming, Wendy and myself coming like in a big hug to the person,
I agree.
from like hugging the person. Yeah, it's coming and hugging the person from all angles and all sides, that the person will feel that he is supported. How many of us wants to feel that we are supported and loved?
Yeah.
Like, how many of us want to even speak with at least one person that will understand what I have in my mind? I had this conversation yesterday with one of my students that she's telling me, I was waiting for our conversation because no one understand what I'm feeling. No one understand what I'm talking about. Even a dream that I had, or a epiphany that I had. That so we are here to really give the support system to every person, to and the pathways for the person to transform in each level, in its the person's path, pace. I mean, so it's all coming from different angles to support the process of transformation for an individual.
Yeah, I agree. And I think if you envision it like it's a diamond, you know, a diamond has many facets, right? It's still one diamond. But when you look at it from different perspectives, you see the light kind of comes in different ways, and it shines in different ways. And I think that the three services that we do, and ultimately we actually have a whole package where you get it's 5 sessions that works on all of these things. um, it's like covering all the facets, you know. Yes, fundamentally we know certain things about you, but there's nuance, and each of the sessions
Yes,
picks up on a different nuance
true.
of, you know, similar components. So it's just like a diamond, right? And I, what do you
And yeah,
go ahead.
and the soul's compass, what I do is like identifying the code. Like there's a certain code per person, that it's like the code, for example, for a treasure box. So what is your code to open your own treasure box, that you will be able to find your own gifts, or you
Yes.
acknowledge the gifts? So this is basically the session that Soul's Compass is about.
Yeah. And what do you think is, um, like, I know for myself what I took away. What do you like promise in a way? You know, like what's the one thing you know that everybody walks away from your session with? Because we have that, you know, we know that no matter what, you're going to hear something that what?
Comfort. The first word that comes to me is comfort. Is to know that and this is my intention. My intention is to bring some sort of comfort and tranquility to each person. We have so much going on in the world. We have so much going on in our life. We are confused. We have doubts. We are shaken sometimes from the reality, the way it's presented to us. And within all of this, we always have this question: who am I? What's going on? And we have literally so many doubts about ourselves and about our ability and so forth. So my intention, as we're revealing the information to the person, it's really to bring comfort and 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 the inner understanding that you have a safe ground to walk on. And
Hmm.
the safe ground that you're walking on is your attribute, is the gifts that you came in with the world that's being revealed in some degree. And you take the gifts and you get empowered in one way or another to continue in your path. For example, I had this person that one of the things that came up is that she has a lot of jealousy throughout her life. She compared herself to someone else, or other people. She always had this jealousy the moment that she was growing up. And again, it doesn't matter where it came from at the moment, but what came up in the conversation is that I share with her actually the jealousy that she felt and experienced all her life was the key to bring her in another, like a motivational way, to bring her to where she is at right now. She's a huge lecturer, teacher in like major universities, but this pushed her, like the jealousy pushed her to be the person that she became. So one of the things when I look about comfort is like that she has, that gave her comfort, that it actually has been a good thing, a good attribute that brought her into the place. Now that she acknowledged there is no need to be jealous with someone else, in someone else's life, etc. But it gave her a big comfort, that to know that because of this seems to be like a dark dot, oh, we shouldn't be jealous, but there's a positive way about jealousy, but this is a different conversation.
So I want to connect it with business, and maybe I can use mine as an example.
Yes.
But maybe you have others. So for example, the energy that is on my soul's compass is kind of quote unquote time travel, right? Where I have the ability to kind of get a sense and see, or feel direction and future going, and looking at the past and seeing how it plays out in the future, right? That was one aspect of me. But what was so interesting for me when you told me that was it validated in a lot of ways my career choice as a consultant, right? Because what does a consultant do? It takes a bunch of information, distills it down, and then projects to the future what the best recommendations are, where the business can go, how does it go. Like it was really interesting to me that that's what came out of, and this is, you didn't, at the time when you did this, it was kind of, a while ago.
Yes.
You didn't really know what I did, right? And before Pathfinder. So, it's so interesting that that's what came out. Are there any other examples you can share quickly about like how this is such a great business tool to understand?
Yes, every time I've been talking with a lot of CEOs and executives about their position, sometimes if they wish to see what will be their next step in their career and so forth. And the main thing is to understand, where are we coming from? Where are we coming from? We're coming from what are the characteristics that brings me the desire to do more and to do more business, or maybe to move forward. So we need to understand, first of all, the essence. What is the thing that is directing us? Like for you, it's like your essence is like one of them, like one of your essence is like to really help people to see and to bring together closure from the past to the future, how to show them like the 10 steps ahead, and right. So we can see it with every person, like what is the essence, what is the thing that is the thing that direct them to succeed in their business, or what they should be aware of in their business.
Great. So if it's something that a business person really wants to know, it can be very focused on what that aspect is and how it relates to business. And that's that's one of the things Pathfinder One-to-One offers, spiritual tools in order to be very practical, right?
And also I wanted to share that with our combinations of services that we both offer, we help businesses not just for the individual, but also for if they have a whole team of people. It's like we can identify the essence of each one. What are the characteristics of each one? What are the positive aspects that they can bring to the table, and to make sure that they be utilized in a good way, to make sure that there will be not just a good teamwork, but more than that, that it will affect the business in a positive
Exactly.
way to grow. So we're
Exactly.
doing also this for group sessions as
Groups of
well.
people. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Rachel, like I said, I will totally always recommend that Souls Compass is something that everybody should experience, because it really is truly as Rachel said, a comforting session. Gives you comfort, but at the end of the day, it really helps propel you forward. I speak from experience, so thank you so much for sharing what you do.
Thank you.
If you are interested in learning more about Rachel herself or her service, you can visit her. I've put it in the description, her specific page on the Pathfinder website, or just go to www.pathfinder1to1.com. That's Pathfinder, the number one, TO, the number one.com, and look for Pathfinder collaborators and you will find her. We hope that you enjoyed this session. We can't wait to come back and talk some more about some of the things that we're experiencing out in the world of business and spirituality. You can find us on our social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram at Pathfinder One to One. And stay tuned. Very shortly, we will be having a YouTube channel where you can see all of our sessions here. If you want to go back and review anything, get some inside tips and all of that. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section on whatever platform you're watching us on, as we love to answer questions and reach out. Thanks
Thank
again,
you
Rachel.
so much. Thank you very much, Wendy, and thank you for everyone of listening.
And
Looking
we'll see you
forward
soon.
to hear from you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.